Due to international relations, Africa is considered to be misruled. Blank are to blame for Africa's conditions. Alright, so due to international relations, Africa is considered to be misruled. Colonial powers are to blame for Africa's condition. Alright, so here we have the infamous colonial powers. Who were they? Well, the French Empire, the British Empire, the Spanish Empire, the Portuguese Empire, okay, even Belgium. Okay, so now we have here, it says due to international relations, right? So this has to do with foreign policy. This has to do with communication between one nation to the next, and Africa has been considered to be misruled. All right, and this is from the colonial powers. Now, however you want to state this, right? Africa can always, recover, or destroy itself. Okay, any country can recover and destroy itself. It just depends on who's governing, and the time. And of course, the education is very important. So, well, education is very important. So, colonial powers, right? You have here, right, Europeans attempting to, establish some form of democratic government, creating, politicians, and trying to engage in a more civil African society. Yet Africa wasn't ready to be not civil, but like Europe Europe educated, all right, or follow the European beliefs. A lot of them, it's very hard to practice a certain culture every day and then have a distant power come over, conquer, and say, now you will learn this. It's hard, So Africa is considered to be misruled. All right, so currently, all right, what, 2019, right? We have here, right, decolonization. So Africa has been a victim of destroying itself. We saw it in Rwanda. All right, we left Africa in charge of Africa, right? By the time you know it, these tribes went ahead, engaged in tribal wars, and one tribe was considered to be superior than the other. The other one were like, no, we're superior, and then clash. Then we have religion too. So when colonial powers came, right, they tried to teach Christianity. Other colonial powers went ahead and taught Muslims, and now we have religious wars going on too in Africa, right? Um, there's so much that the colonial powers did to Africa, right? And this is why every foreign policy maker, anybody that knows their history well, and relations between nations, is that Africa has always been misruled, right? A lot of politicians state that maybe Africa would have been just better off without colonial powers. But once again, colonial powers, they were in conquer mode, right? Where they were attempting to colonize, the entire world and extract them for their resources and play this capitalist game and stuff like that. So here we go. Colonial powers are to blame for Africa's condition.